What's going on, ladies and gentlemen and ladies? I'm going to try to do this. It looks weird in this horizontal view, but I just want to share a couple things with you guys. I'm here at the warehouse, getting ready to do my best to sign all these books. I have 700 books to sign, but I'm going to do my best to get them all knocked out tonight. So y'all hang out with me tonight. Let me see if I can do it like this so you guys can see the warehouse just a little bit. Got Big Red in the background. All right, cool. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? So I got to sign these books, and while I'm here at the warehouse signing these books, I want to chat with y'all. All right, is that cool? Is that too much to ask for? Let me tell y'all what I think about this whole thing, because when you see the media saying something, to me, it typically means that something else is going on. Something else is going on. It's smoke and mirrors, right? I don't know. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know nothing about Putin and all this sort of stuff. I don't have advanced knowledge. The guy may not be a good guy at all. But when Hillary Clinton, Nancy Pelosi, and all these people are saying Putin bad, Putin bad, Putin bad, it should raise your suspicion. People who have been, they ain't never gave a F about Ukraine. Not one iota. And now they all crying about Ukraine. Celebrities crying, Ukraine, peace for the people in Ukraine. Your antennas should go up just a little bit. Your antennas should go up just a little bit. Because I don't think it is what they saying it is. I don't think it is. I don't know why Russia has decided to invade, or what we perceive as an invasion of Ukraine. I have no idea. And to be honest, if people want to be honest, our government don't have a good track record either. You talk about invading other countries and propping up government leaders. America is number one. America is numero uno. And I like to say I'm old enough to remember when they would bash Donald Trump all day long for saying he's a racist, saying he's in bed with Putin. How much of a fabricated lie that was, that makes me question, are they being honest about who Putin is? Let's go to some more. Joe Biden, his son Hunter, been doing dirty deals in the Ukraine since he was vice president. So it makes me wonder, what do they have on Joe Biden, that they are actively, people in our country are actively kissing their butts? If you ask me, and I could be wrong about this, I'm openly admitting to that. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Y'all, some of these people won't even pray for homeless people at Skid Row, but you want to pray for Ukraine. And then the weird thing is they making the Ukrainian president look like a god. I'm just saying, y'all, it's all of a sudden these things are so. All of a sudden we care about Ukraine. All of a sudden Putin is bad, Putin bad, Putin bad, Putin bad. And most people have no idea what's going on in the first place. Just because a country invades, or just because Russia invaded Ukraine, I don't need to speak on that, man. I don't know why they're doing that. They may have a legitimate reason. Do y'all remember when America said weapons of mass destruction? Okay. Remember that? Our government was acting like we were doing the right thing. And they over there with a vested interest to do something else. Endless wars. I feel like they're trying to go to war. They're trying to posture up. And when Trump was in office, ironically, there was no wars. Nobody fighting, nobody acting a fool. There was no wars. So y'all hold on one second. Thanks for the super chats, by the way. If y'all super chat me, thanks for the super chat. Trudeau martial law, question mark, CIA, warrantless spies, collapse the economy, collapse southern border, invade Ukraine, Putin did it. I'll be right back. I gotta turn this heat off. I was trying to make sure the heat working in the warehouse. 1 second. It's over. It's all about you. All right, I'm back. So for those of you who probably don't know what the heck is going on, I literally, we acquired a warehouse here in Phoenix because I want to do all my distribution here and all that other stuff. So this is a brand new warehouse. And so we were able to put all the racks back there. I got tons of merch on its way from Utah. I got to actually go get it. That's why I want y'all to buy up all my merch so I don't have to drive down there and get it all from my warehouse in Utah. So we're going to bring it here. I just pulled my truck up, got that big old American flag back there. So this is our headquarters now. I'm in the warehouse side. On the other side is where all our staff will be at. So I know some of y'all are very proud of me. I'm proud of what God has done. It's a blessing to be here, man. It's a blessing to have a warehouse. It's just a blessing, man. Let me keep moving. Y'all know it's a blessing. West Ukraine was killing Russians in the Donbas region. Nobody cared. Ukraine is traditionally an ally of Russia until the West came in. See, I know I'm not crazy. It's just this stuff that's just suspicious to me. That's why y'all don't see me posting a lot about it, because I'm like, man, let the smoke settle before I figure this out. Did you see a lot of the videos they put out calling them footage from Ukraine was actually from a video game called ARMA 3? The media is lying to us. I know it. I have this feeling in my gut. Putin is a dang smart adversary. I hope he gets this thing done as quickly and as painlessly as possible. This is him defending his country from the West. We would do the same dang thing. I knew it. And I'm not saying everybody who commented is right. My gut is telling me something don't seem right. There's some fishiness going on here. Let's see. I think the U.S. should help Ukraine. Remember, Brandon said depends how Russia invades Ukraine. I think the war can be prevented if the U.S. troops guard the Ukrainian border. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You could be right. You could be 100% right. I think that you're going to force Russia to have to engage, and I don't think people want them to engage. Remember Burisma? Yeah, I do. It's a conflict of interest, and that dude's still the president. I want to call him crazy names. I'm sorry about the table shaking. The U.S. and NATO have expanded all the way to Russia's border. We have missiles in Poland and Romania. If missiles were installed in Ukraine, we're talking 10 minutes to Moscow. That's the problem. Okay. See, some of y'all smart. See, that's why we all got to work together, because y'all know more than me. I just have a gut. I wonder what would happen if Russia wanted to put military bases in Cuba, or in Washington, D.C. wanted to keep the U.S. United. All right, I'm trying to get to all y'all super chats. Watch Jim Dore's video on Ukraine history. Oh, that's good. Okay. I find it funny how I watch the CCTV live cameras from Ukraine on YouTube and see nothing going on, much love, and wouldn't be in this mess if Trump was here or if Pence just overturned election. Let's see. Andrea, thanks so much for the super chat. All right. To learn more, check out Dr. Shiva's latest video, Jim Dore. Look up Setniks. I think I'm saying that right. Setniks in Ukraine. There's a Vice News video. This has been building for years. See, I knew it was something to this. Thank y'all for the super chats. I knew it was something to it. I'm not a rocket scientist. Never said I was going to be. Or never claimed to be. But I just know poop when I smell it, man. So for those of you who are just joining, I'm at the warehouse. I have to sign 700 of these books because somebody bought 700 books of mine, which is amazing. And so I have to sign all 700 of these books. And some of you just joining, I'm at my warehouse, my new warehouse in Scottsdale, Arizona. It's a lot bigger than what you can see. I just actually pulled my truck back in the warehouse. And then on the other side is our merch and stuff like that. And then it's two sides. It's this side, and then there's the side for all the employees and stuff to work at, all my media people and all that. So it's pretty cool. I feel blessed. I might take y'all on a tour. I just might. But something fishy here, y'all. And while I'm at it, while I'm running my mouth, just for those who like the Tatum store and like the merch, we have 35% off. I don't know. I forgot what the thing was. I'll figure it out. 35% off. Hopefully my wife is watching or somebody's watching. They can put the discount code there. 35% off the store this weekend. We're trying to sell as much out of that old warehouse so we can consolidate here in Scottsdale, and then we can bring in all the new merch and all that stuff. So just for the people who love the Officer Tatum store, we got a 35% off sale going for the weekend. If I wasn't on my phone, I'd be able to tell you what code it is. Some of y'all watching probably got the email or the text message. So just bear with me. I gotta sign these books. Let's see. Serious. What would the U.S. president do if Russia wanted to put nuclear missiles in Cuba? It is a precedent for that. It says, a precedent for that? I guess you mean, is there a precedent for that? Biden installed a pro-Nazi backed government in a coup in 2014. That government would honor the Minsk peace agreement. Wouldn't honor the Minsk peace agreement. See, y'all smart, man. And I learn more from y'all than I do the news. Love how the U.S. is sanctioning Putin when 90% of its funds come from China. All right. It's a distraction from the poop Biden is doing. I don't disagree. Let's see. I just want to say hi. Love what you do. Thank you, Urbano Rodriguez, Tatum Squad member. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you want to be a Tatum Squad member, just hit that join button. You can become a Tatum Squad member, get all the cool emojis, and that's a way you can support the channel if that's what you choose to do. So forgive me if I get distracted, y'all. I'm trying to sign these books. I still got like 300 and something left. And so I'm just gonna kick it with y'all while I do it. This company owed me so many books because there's some books that have got a little damage to them. And they're gonna have to give me a refund on those books. I'm gonna put them on the floor because it shakes the table every time I do this. It's all about you. Wow. How y'all doing tonight? Some fishy. Something is fishy. When Joe Biden and Kamala and all them are pushing a particular agenda, I always say, watch out for what's to come. Let's see. How it says, funny how COVID has ended out of nowhere. 100%. Like, it's weird. Sean, thank you so much for the super chat. It's weird. Nobody talking about it anymore. A lot of these cities are lifting mandates and all of the above. And many of these people then fired 30% of their staff because they refused to get the ouchie. And now they're getting ready to drop the mandates. What they gonna do now? It's crazy, man. I'm referring to Cuban Missile Crisis. We totally freaked out over Russia influence on our borders. This is the same thing reversed. Dang, I'm covering the camera. What the F is up with the pro-Russia BS? Biden is letting Russian invade to cover Hunter's and his fam's tracks. Let's see. We dearmed, de-armed. You gotta. I can't even read. Lord help me, Jesus. We de-armed Ukraine nuclear capabilities in 2018, and now we won't defend them. Dictatorship versus democracy. Stop this conspiracy BS. Good, interesting thought. I don't think anybody's pro-Russia. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that when you see people jumping on the bandwagon, it's suspicious to me. People are they ain't never said nothing about Ukraine a day in their life, and all of a sudden, Ukrainian people, it's all Putin bad. I say, let me look into this, see what else is going on. Let's see. Went to the archery range today, doing well. What happened to Afghanistan? Let's see. Thank y'all for the super chats. I appreciate it. Let's see. Hey, Brandon, I love your work. I love the work you do. I want to move out of New York, and suggestions or advice for a single dude or how to. Also, I love the rig behind you. Oh yeah, that's my baby right there. That thing sound like a monster. Come to Arizona, man. Come to Arizona. Beautiful weather, good taxes, Second Amendment state. It says Nazi government, ? Ukraine president is half Jewish, and no Israel more helping Putin in this one. Afghanistan, Keystone caused all this. Interesting. I'm just going to tell y'all what it sounds like to me. It sounds like the Russian thing seems to be heating up. Any opinions? I don't know, man. I don't think nobody want to really go to war. They don't really want that smoke. Let's see. Whoever thought Putin wouldn't invade is a fool. Let's see. Do you think China will invade Taiwan in the coming days? Weak leadership causes wars. 100%. I think that whatever moves they've been wanting to make, they're going to make it for sure. Because America ain't finna do nothing. They sitting on their hands ready to pee to bed. That's what America is doing. At least our president as it stands. The deep state must have a cover story. Ukraine is the setting of much corruption. Let's see, many so-called Americans are paying lip service to democracy, quote unquote democracy. Let's see, William, thanks so much for the super chat. What do you say to someone who feels like he's being cheated as a black man for getting paid less than his Indian counterparts who have less credentials? That's a good question. Before you bring up anything about race, and I'm not saying it's not legitimate, make sure you got your ducks in a line. Because even as an employer, right, I employ people, I hire people. I'm going through a hiring process now here at the warehouse. Just because your credentials are better or greater don't necessarily mean that you may be a good fit for the job. Not saying that you're not getting discriminated against. Not saying that there's not a racial bias there. But what I'm saying is that before you go too far down that track, think to yourself, am I doing everything I'm supposed to do? Am I showing up on time? Am I being a leader? Do my leadership have confidence in me? Things like that. Am I a good fit for the culture at the company? All of those things, I think it'd be important to think about and then go to the other stuff. This is what I will say. Worry about the things, okay, this is a bad book. Worry about the things you can't control, and I think it'll help your outcome. If you honestly feel like you getting discriminated against, weigh your options, but don't feel weird about filing a discrimination lawsuit against the company. But just make sure it's discrimination before you do something like that, because then you could blackball yourself. Because if it's not discrimination and you cry discrimination and you lose, the next company ain't gonna want to deal with you. So, like I said, I'm not saying it's, very well people can be discriminatory on jobs, they can be racist, they can do all that. But before you go down that path, just make sure that you doing all the things that you're supposed to do, that you're showing up, you're being a leader, you're focused, you're outpacing them not only in credentials but in work, and then you can go to the point of having this conversation with your upper leadership and ask them point blank, why is these people making more than me? If they don't have a good explanation for you, then you gotta do what you gotta do. That would be my advice. It's not about pro-Russia. It's about being against world governments encroaching on sovereign states. Okay. I feel you. Charles, thanks so much for the super chat. Hello from New Zealand. I hope to move to USA someday. It's stressful knowing I have my God-given rights denied by the government. No First Amendment, Second Amendment in New Zealand. I am just a subject of the Queen. That's got to be weird, man. Us in America, we got it so good. I really hope you can get here. Carrie, thanks so much for the super chat. Ray, thanks for the super chat. Why isn't Russia taking Ukraine in? Let's see. Why isn't Russia taking Ukraine in a week? Would be easy for them. It's interesting. Acknowledge Ukraine putting up a good fight. Pelosi's son, Kerry's son, Hunter, all on board of big energy companies. NATO has been encroaching on Russia. It should have been disbanded when the USSR was. Okay. Jacob, thanks so much for the super chat. He has our borders open. Our economy is tanking. Our inflation is hitting. They are after our arms. Russia made this move because Biden made us look weak. But by pulling us out of Afghanistan, he can't even walk up Air Force One steps. How do he foul up? But he's president. Y'all know how I feel about that. I don't really think he was the best candidate, and I definitely don't believe he's the most popular president in American history. It's just not. That's not so. What are your thoughts on sending in troops? I think that we need to not only back the Ukrainian people, but because this could set up a precedent that every non-NATO country is open for invasion. I think we should at least stay out of this. We don't have nothing to do with this stuff. We got enough going on with our economy, inflation, COVID. We got so much going on in America. I think that we need to pipe down until we get a real leader in office, because Biden is going to get us slaughtered. I think these people, him and Obama, they bluff and they talk crazy, but they ain't really about going to war. You know what I'm saying? And when you talk crazy and somebody call your bluff, you just look real bad to the world. And I don't think these Democrats are ready to do anything. I feel like Trump was serious about what he was talking about. That's why they wasn't playing. Real recognize real. That's how I feel about that one. Have you been paying attention to our state on the jab passports? This Ukraine is a distraction. Look how many states implemented that and new policies. Good question. I haven't been paying attention. I've been asleep behind the wheel. No, actually, I've been doing so much other stuff. Is that a 6-inch lift with 35s? No, that's a 10-inch lift with 37s. So yeah, that's a 30. It's an 8-inch lift. On the paper it says 8-inch lift, and these supposed to be 37. I think they're 37. The back looked like it's lower than the front, which I got mad at them for that. last time because I said we need to put some air shocks in the back because I want it to be leveled. I don't want my truck to be looking like it's sagging in the back. But on the thing it said it's like a 7 or 8 inch lift with 37s, I believe. I want to put some 40s on it. This is not a conspiracy. Folks, don't be ignorant. My family lived through NATO intervening in Kosovo war. They took our land. We were bombed for 3 months. Okay. Try to rid Ukrainian mafia. Try and rid Ukrainian mafia. Why is this thing leaning like a cholo? Okay. Let's see. Carrie, thanks much for the super chat. U.S. did a drone strike in Somalia same day as Russia invaded Ukraine. Thing that make you go, I didn't even know that. Why is Israel, why is Israel is involved with Russia in the Middle East? Something is going on. So I'm assuming you said, why is Israel involved with Russia in the Middle East? Something is going on. Hold on one second. I got to sneeze. Jesus of Nazareth. Tatum, can you please do a video reaction to Yuri Bezmenov's interview? It's only 7 minutes. He predicted all this back in the 80s and warned everyone. I need to look at that. I know Alex Jones did the same thing. He predicted that something like this would happen. Watch Jimmy Dore. I got to watch this guy, Jimmy Dore. I think it's Dore, right? Dore. Media lies about Ukraine, Russia debunked. I got to watch that because I want to be informed. Tatum, always a good stream. Nice truck and flag in the back, the background. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. The $1 billion in loans to Ukraine just disappeared. I know, right? Ain't that funny? China is probably waiting to see how it plays out so they can invade Taiwan, which I wouldn't be surprised. Because they've been waiting to see how it panned out in Afghanistan, and we pooed the bed. Yo, B, you think this will escalate to further invasion into NATO, possibly nuclear attacks? I don't think nobody want to go nuclear at this point. Because America's still, y'all got to think, in my opinion, America's still the baddest military on planet Earth. And these people don't really want to go there. Because I think if we have to go there, it's going to be a lot of people hurt. And I think that right now, it's a chess game. You know, people are posturing. My friend calling me about this thing. Jesus is God. Only by the Spirit can you say Jesus is Lord. Let go of false doctrine, bro. One love, Officer Tatum. I don't know what you're talking about, but I love you back. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see. Do not disrespect, sir. Let's see. No disrespect, sir. I salute law enforcement for bravery and you, but Eric July is cynical to police since Trudy had them as the teeth of the state. I asked this if they really serve and protect the dictator. I got a lot to say about that. Let me say something about this law enforcement thing. Like, I think people are putting police in a really weird position, right? You gotta put it this way. If I was in law enforcement right now and I was an active police officer, I would think that this whole thing is bullcrap. And I would not want to enforce mandates whatsoever, which technically you can't arrest anybody in America because it's not a law. So it's not a law to have a vaccine. It's not a law to wear a mask. Those things are not laws. What's happening is that law enforcement is having to enforce trespassing laws because these companies can ask you to leave and they can ask for you to do things according to emergency order. And if you don't do them, they can ask you to leave. And if you don't leave, you're trespassing. So police are having to intervene in America on that premise. It is a very difficult thing to do because you got to understand, like, some cops probably agree with these people, right? They think that this is a real situation and there's an actual state of emergency order, which gives the government the authority to do what they're doing. I think that we get kind of lost in the sauce. I think it's wrong what they're doing. I disagree with what they're doing, But in an emergency situation, we have given our governors authority to do some of this stuff. And like I always say, if this was Ebola, it wouldn't be so weird. It's that we don't believe that they're being honest about some of these things. That's why it's such a hard pill to swallow to say a company should tell you to wear a mask indoors. If we felt that this was a legitimate truth that have been clearly articulated and not politicized, I think people wouldn't be so weird about companies saying, hey, you need to wear a mask before you come in here. Or you need to be, vaccinated before you work on this job. I think people wouldn't be so weirded out. The problem is that you have so much inconsistency in the government and propaganda that people have lost confidence that this is even what they're saying it is. And then when you put emergency orders on top of that, there's a segment of our population that feels that this is an encroachment on freedom. I'm one of those people that feel that this is an encroachment on freedom as well. Then you have a segment of our population, probably the equal amount of people, or maybe a little less, that think that this is exactly what the government should do because they're terrified. They're literally wearing masks in their cars. They're literally getting every shot that they come on the market. So we have to understand that there's two realities that we live in this world, and police officers are supposed to be impartial. And it's a very tough thing to do. It's kind of a long explanation, but it's very tough. Something no one seems to talk about is that the Ukraine has been a narco state since the fall of the USSR. A lot of the pharma companies that produce opioids do so in Ukraine. No war for H. Okay, this looks like Biden's cover is covering his backside to avoid some of his previous activities. I'm really hoping that this exposes activities, to be honest. Y'all doing so many super chats, I can't keep up. Ukraine is a money laundering center and human trafficking hub for the deep state. That's the New World Order. Putin is anti-New World Order. He is doing all us a favor. That's interesting. Interesting take. All right, please let me get to the bottom of this. Try to get rid of Russia because he won't let the central banks in, and he's against NWO, New World Order. I heard that too. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see. Thinking they, let's see. I don't know what, I think I'm saying that word. Thinking they distincting from the UN goons that flew into Canada to handle the trucker insurrection. Just my 2 cents. That more unnerving for us here. We shall see. Okay. Forgive me. I ain't never been a good reader, so forgive me. Talk about the moment you first looked at yourself and turned your life around. Looked at yourself and turned your life around. That's a good question. I want to get you guys hold on 1 second. I wonder if I can do this while I'm watching this. Hope I'm still up. This is probably gonna get weird. 1 second. Y'all still there? Yeah, I think I lost some of y'all for a minute. Okay. Hope y'all come back. I'm back. Am I back? Y'all see me? NM, thank you for the super chat, Brandon. Look info about Biolab in Ukraine. Okay. Y'all back? Okay, perfect. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. We lost like 600 people because of that little hiccup. What I was trying to do is multitask on my phone, and I can't do it. So like I said, the people who are interested in the Officer Tatum store, you want to get cool merch, all the merch I got there, 35% off whole store. You don't have to put a discount code in. You go on there and you go shopping, and it's 35% off. And we're going to do it through the weekend, all right? And the only reason I'm doing this because my wife and I are very against trying to sell stuff or promote merch and stuff when there's a crisis going on. But for you guys, the only reason why I want to do this because I don't want you to miss out on the opportunity because we're actively trying to transition our warehouse from Utah to here. And if I don't get enough of that stuff from the other warehouse moving, I have to drive 10 hours to Utah, put the stuff in the truck on a trailer, and drive 10 hours back within 24 hours. So I have to drive 20 of 24 hours, give or take, to get the merch from Utah. So if you are interested in the Officer Tatum store, 35% off the whole store. All my merch is 35% off. So you can go in there and get 50. I see somebody just bought like 6 hoodies. It's hoodie season. So go get whatever you want while we do that. But yeah, I'm thinking our government is out of control, man. Our government is out of control. I just feel like I just feel like it's weird when we play holier than thou as a country. 35% off that truck. You know, I don't know. I might do a giveaway, like the Hodge twins. Might do a truck giveaway. Let's see. I have a Russian friend willing to talk. I was going to have his Ukrainian friend on too, but the citizens are being silenced under threat of arrest. Email me what you got at, let's see which email I want you to send it to, at connect@theofficertatum.com. Connect@theofficertatum.com. If you got some info for me, do it on that. Send it to me. I'd love to look at it. Putin intervened in the Ukraine because, okay, that thing moved. Putin intervened in the Ukraine because I know it's weird that because I like to say in Ukraine, but I guess it's in the Ukraine. Because I think it's kleptocrats running it, flood Russia with fentanyl and crocodile, which I'm assuming is a drug like fentanyl. He's defending his nation and disrespecting a hub of globalist corruption. Disrupting, a hub of global corruption. Very sad that Ukraine people are put in the middle of this. I don't think U.S. should be involved at all. That we shouldn't do nothing. We shouldn't do nothing. It's like somebody's marriage falling apart and they trying to give marriage counseling to somebody else. It's like, dude, focus on your own marriage. Ain't nobody need to hear your marriage counseling when your marriage falling apart. We out here teaching our kids CRT and all this old stupid stuff, and we talking about Russia. Now, I know we have to be worried about some of this stuff because, of course, we need to have something on the world stage, but outside of that, I think these pens are getting dry. But shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for coming on, man. 3,800 people on live. That's a good deal. That's a good deal. Usually it's just 1,000. So let me talk to y'all a little bit about this warehouse, just a little bit, because I know we've been talking about this, but I want some of you local people to know what we're doing here. So we're local in Arizona now. My headquarters is here in Arizona. I consolidated from all around the country, all the things I was doing, and we're consolidated here. So for you Arizonans that are interested in doing things at the Officer Tatum store, we're going to make it available for you can come here and pick up your items. So if you order something and you live close by the warehouse, you can actually drive up and pick up the items. And then once we get proficient enough, we'll do same day delivery for people who live in the Phoenix Valley. And here at the headquarters, we're going to try to do a lot of community outreach. And one of the things that we're going to do things with police officers, like donuts with a cop day. We're going to have them right here at the headquarters. Like there's a lot of things that I want to do. So for y'all Arizonans, just know that that me being here is going to be a fun thing for us, especially if you live in the Phoenix Valley. And we get good enough stuff. I may do meet and greets here, stuff like that. It's definitely enough space. Do some meet and greets, do some book signings, because I have all the books right here. And it'll be fun. It'll be good. I'm really excited, man. I know some of you guys will be excited for me. This is my first stab at doing this stuff all by myself. We would outsource, all of our stuff would be outsourced to other people. This way, we do it all here. Everything is going to be done in-house. And we can provide Arizonans with job opportunities. Free Thinker, thank you so much for the super chat. And as we grow, y'all stay tuned, because if you need a job, as we grow, I'm gonna be hiring more people. Right now, we pretty much got our warehouse jobs filled, but as we continue to grow, we're gonna need more people. But you have to live in Arizona or be willing to relocate. That's my whole thing. The next person that I'm hiring, if you're interested in getting a job here, next person I'm hiring is going to be an e-commerce manager. You're going to have a tremendous amount of experience I'm going to put that out on LinkedIn, and I'm going to share it on my social networks so you can apply for the e-commerce manager or marketing e-commerce manager. That's pretty much what you're going to be. I had a young lady, but she was working for the GOP, and it was too much for her to balance the two. So I have to move on. But that's my next job opportunity. And it's going to pay well. Just know it's going to pay well. Would you and ABL like to do a group chat with John Matrix and Rhodes Rants from Black and White Sports, talk sports, politics, and culture? Yeah, hit me up. Hit me up on my DMs or something. How come Arizona Republican leaders block paper ballots? Do they weigh Marxist? Oh, okay. Do they want Marxist Katie Hobbs as governor? Kerry Lake is by far the most popular governor here, and if you're in Arizona, you better vote for Kerry Lake. So I think that Marxist Hobbs ain't gonna cut it. I don't think Arizona want that. Arizona wants some freaking Trump supporter type people. Why do you have a bailout? Let's see. Why do we have to bail out big businesses in other countries along with all their illegals when we, government, can't take care of our own people? It's crazy, bro. I would never understand that. We send so much financial aid to other countries. It's like, wait a minute. You can send that right down the street. Salute to you from Oak Cliff, Texas. Oh, you in South Oak Cliff, or you just in Oak Cliff? Do you know when the next Trump rally will be? I know he was in Texas and Arkansas last month, but can't find a schedule for 2022 on where he'll be next. I don't have any information on that. However, I think he put it out at the last minute so people don't try to do something to him. You know what I'm saying? Tatum, keep up the grind. I will. Yeah, thank y'all for the super chats, man. Y'all might mess around, make me go live from the warehouse every time I go live. I mean, y'all, 4,000 people on here before I messed around and cut the feed. Let's see. Yeah, y'all can. I'm gonna do some Q&A. Ask me some questions. I'll try to answer. If you ask me a question that's not a super chat, make sure you tag my name so I can see it. Somebody said, "Dope truck, is it yours?" Yeah, that's my baby right there. If you look at it, it's got a big old flag on the back of it that's hanging right there. Not that one. It's got another flag that says "Impeach Joe Biden." And so that's my big baby right there. Let me see. I'll crank it up for you guys. I'll crank it up for you. If you love diesel, then you love that sound. All right, let's turn it off. If I can turn the thing off. I gotta get up to turn this thing off. There you go. All right, it's off. So y'all don't smoke myself out up in here. Okay. My wife gonna be mad at me, y'all. I only can talk for a little bit because I gotta run through these books. I have 700 books to sign. The gentleman was generous enough to buy 700 of my books, which is a blessing. 700 books. My buddy Mark, I'm speaking at his event here soon, and the company bought 700 of my books, and they're all signed. So I got to sign 700 books in 2 days, which I already signed 300 yesterday, 360 or something yesterday. So I got a little bit way to go. So that's why I'm going live from here, because I got to sign all these books. But anyway, I appreciate y'all watching, man. I mean, I'll try to do my best to make some videos over the next. Do you trust blue state cops? Yes, I trust all cops, man. I think it's an isolated situation when we talk about cops. I'm late. Who lied about what? It's the government lying about the Ukraine thing. I think they lying. Do you think Trump might be a bad idea because the left hates him so much, or do you think someone new would be a better choice? I mean, I don't know. Like at first I was saying, Trump he's too polarizing. Like they're gonna come out against him again. But then after what they doing, after all this weak leadership from these Democrats, like I think people will go back to Trump. Like I really do think that a lot of people would be like, okay, we learned our lesson. Like that dude ain't as bad as they were saying he was. At least when he was president, our economy was good and all that. I honestly think in another situation, a different candidate probably would be better. But who would that candidate be? Because unless it's Ron DeSantis, I don't think nobody else got the leverage. Ain't nobody like Trump, man. Like I know I get mad at Trump sometimes when he be doing stupid stuff, but there ain't nobody like Trump. Like Trump has so much of a movement behind him. He inspires people. Trump is a leader, right? He inspires people to want to get active in politics. He inspires people to love America. That's the thing that I think is the difference with Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like he inspires me to want to be in the politics. Let's see, somebody tag my name. If Tulsi Gabbard, I wasn't stuttering, I was reading their stuff, said if Tulsi Gabbard were to swap to GOP, would you support her? No. These people, like, y'all gotta understand, Tulsi Gabbard is a politician, man. It's good for media, so they eat it up and they got on TV every day. Tulsi Gabbard ain't no different than these other people. Brandon Republicans block election integrity, which gives you Katie Hobbs. We're not gonna get Katie Hobbs. I'm telling y'all, this is gonna be a backlash like nobody has ever seen before. This is gonna be such a backlash like nobody has ever seen before in politics. Katie Hobbs is not gonna be elected in Arizona. I can't see it. Like there's gonna be so much turnout for Carrie Lake and the Donald Trump people that like I don't think it's gonna be even that close. I think people got caught with their pants down, if you ask me. Like I think that people took it for granted that Trump was gonna be reelected, and when they realized that, oh crap, like they really took this from us. I think that people are gonna come out in a backlash like we never seen. I'm more motivated to vote and be politically involved during this midterm than any other midterm I ever lived through. I want to do more. I've learned more. I feel like it's more of a dire need for us to do this thing than last midterm. Did you see Trump's CPAC speech? No, I didn't see it. I would have played it live, but they'll ban you if you play Trump's speech live. Had to stamp over 700 documents. It says, I had to stamp over 700 documents. Oh my God. It's got to be a headache. I've now signed, I think I've signed 4,000 books so far. That's a lot of signing, which is a blessing because 4,000 people want to sign a book, but I've literally signed over 4,000 books. And we have a ton of books back there. And as soon as we get the warehouse set up, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna put the signed copies back live on so if you want to sign a copy of my book, I'm gonna make it live again on my website and you can just buy it there. We'll ship it to you. Why did you leave policing? Love your videos. Karen Todd. I made a whole video why I left policing. It wasn't anything major. It was because I got into politics and I had a video that had 70 million views, and I thought I would give it a try for just a year. And if I didn't like it, I leave, go back to being policing. I'll go back to policing. But I met Candace Owens. Me and her started working for Turning Point. Me and her started Blexit, and then the ball started rolling. And before you know it, I'm here. Always glad to see your stream, man. Thanks for keeping us informed. I do my best, man. I'm just an everyday person, man. Just like y'all, just trying to grind. You know what I'm saying? Can you give a shout out to the Black Conservative Perspective? He deserved more subs. Oh, 100%. Black Conservative Perspective is putting out more content than I can ever dream of. So if y'all don't know who Black Conservative Perspective is, go check him out. Black Conservative Perspective. He always give a really good perspective, man. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. Him, Anthony Brian Logan, Jericho Green, Oliver Mack just started his. Craig Long started his. Megan, hers is good. I hope I'm not missing people. There's more people, but those are people that I've actually met in person and talked to. We shouldn't surround Moscow with bases. NATO decided to corner a drunk bear and provoked it for the last 14 years. Eastern Ukraine is over 90% ethnic Russian, and U.S. blocked their referendum to leave. See, that's where I'm leaning more towards. Like, everybody's jumping on the bandwagon, but nobody's paying attention that Russia may actually, according to their values in their country, they may actually be doing what they should be for their country's benefit. How can election be trusted? How do we know we are not getting played? Well, look, let me tell you this, y'all. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this throughout the whole election season. I care about election integrity, but at this point, you better just show up and show out, because I don't know what to say. I don't know what they're gonna do. I can't control what people do that's out of our control. We cannot get discouraged. We cannot get lulled into believing none of this matters. They're going to do whatever they're going to do. No. Show up and vote. Get a friend. Make sure everybody in your circle, or make sure they register to vote. Get up. If you got to mail it in, if you got to drive it in, if you got to skate it in, get your votes in. Vote local and federal elections. To be honest, my whole thing is that I can't control what people do. I can only advocate for voter integrity. I can only do so much. But past that point, I'm going to get up and make sure I'm voting. And I'm making sure as many people as I know are voting and that they're informed to vote. That's what we need to do, ladies and gentlemen. I know that we won't vote. I'll forget all that stuff. You can't control that up to a point. At some point, you just got to show up, because believe it or not, in 2020, we had a lot of victories in 2020. We've had significant victories here in Virginia, where we had a Republican guy in Virginia win the gubernatorial race. There are wins that have been accumulating in spite of. So we need to keep that in mind. We need to keep that in mind. And Shelly, thanks so much for modding for me tonight. If you can't catch Trump's CPAC speech tonight, go watch it. He castrated Biden and laid out his vision for the country. Look, I don't care what he say. He finna get my vote when he run again. He would have my vote. Trump and Hillary again would be hilarious. Bro, went to the Coyotes game last night, rocking the Do Not Comply hoodie, and had five different people shout it out. Gotta love the home crowd. Thanks for handling the book issue for me, bro. Much love. Yeah, so just know, I want y'all to understand this too, for all the people that support me, that get stuff from the store. If we do the best we can. I literally hire full-time customer service people, and my customer service staff are great, Christian, just the best people I know. And so I have confidence that they want to do what's right for you. So if you ever have a problem with my store, contact my customer service line. All you gotta do is look at my website and contact customer service and talk to my people. They'll make it happen. They have the instruction for me to make it happen for people. And that's what we do. I've seen people say, "Oh, I reached out to customer service and I get no response." I can. You may have emailed something different. Don't email me. You need to email the customer service. Support at the Officer Tatum. That's the customer service line. And don't go and try to troll it because they'll just block you on there. But support at the Officer Tatum store. That's the customer service. So if you want customer service, you need to go to the customer service. So people be emailing me and be like, I tried to email Hunter. You email the wrong person. Don't email me. Email customer service so they can look up. I'm busy. Like I'm flying. Me and my wife, we flying to Nashville tomorrow. I'm busy. Like we can't. I can't personally deal with some of this stuff. So, and I like y'all put in. Let's see, Shelly. When you put the link in there, make sure you put 35% off. So it's 35% off store wide. So if you want to get merch from the Officer Tatum store, 35% off store wide through the weekend. This is your chance to buy all them hoodies and stuff that you want to buy. We got a bunch of new stuff coming as well, but we got to get this done first before we can get the new stuff. Any advice for a fellow cop trying to grow my pro law enforcement channel? Be consistent. That's the thing about growing channels. You got to be consistent. You got to post videos every day, at least one a day. You may can take a day off during the week, but you got to be putting out content every day. So YouTube will see that you're a dedicated, they'll push your algorithm up. Hey man, I have never voted in the midterms, but this year you can't keep out of the voting booth. Can't keep me out of the voting booth, 100%. I'm one of those racist white Trump supporters up in New Hampshire. Racist. Congrats on all of your success. Keep up the hard work. I appreciate it. I know these people are dumb. You racist, you racist. When I ride around on my truck, it says impeach Biden is the flag on the back of my truck. And it's pretty big. We sell those flags on our stores, just in case you want one. But one of those flags on the back of the truck, and I swear, because I got 10 on the windows, and the only thing that gives it away, it says black cop. Like I'm a black cop, my license plate say black cop. But so they assume that I'm black, I guess. But my windows are so tinted when they see it, I guarantee you they think I'm a racist white Trump supporter. And then when I roll the window down, I'm like, yeah. Black people support Trump too. Like y'all on something different. Smart people support Trump. That's how I feel. Through the world, it sees. Although the world is in chaos, God is still good. God is still good. He is. As long as you breathe, if you breathing and watching this, God is still good in your life. Take down mainstream media for the truth to win. Let's see. What's your thoughts on Beto running for office in Texas? He is gonna lose big time. I told my dad lived in Texas. I'm like, Daddy. Even my dad is like, I ain't vote for no Beto. The Ukraine is the biggest donor to the Clinton Foundation. Yeah, not surprised. That's why we're gonna intervene. We're gonna end up intervening because we owe them something. Let's see. When is Megan coming onto your channel? She was supposed to come last time. We had to cancel it because my internet went out, and I wanted her back, but we just didn't schedule. For some reason, we scheduled different people. But I definitely want Megan back. She's fun. She is hilarious. Here at the warehouse, we're gonna have, but it's the warehouse. This is the warehouse side. We got the other side. The other side, I'm gonna build out a podcast studio so people can come in person and do podcasting. That's what I want. I want it in person. I don't want to interview people online. I want a person to come. We'll fly them down here and we'll interview. We have a concentration camp in New York. The government is headed to Florida tomorrow. Let's see. Trust God, not men, is key to U.S. succeeding. 100%. My wife gonna be so mad at me because I'm too occupied on this live stream. Let's see. What is your thoughts about Beto running for office? I think I already read that. When do you think you will start thinking about positions in government, and what would be the first position you run for? I have no idea, man. Many thanks so much for the super chat. I don't know if I want to run for office. Like, I rather one day create $1 billion company and be able to fund all of the inspiring people who want to be in politics that are great people to be able to pay for it. Like George Soros be paying for these people. I want to pay for conservative people who want to do that. I don't want to be in politics, to be honest. I feel like I have so much influence doing what I'm doing now, and it's such a dirty little, stinky little, nasty little game, and I want almost nothing to do with it. What are your thoughts on the voting fraud case, and what do you think that means for the future of voting in Trump? Will he do something with these cases? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I hope that he does. Let's see. Let's see. Why do you love Arizona? I love the scenery there, the mountains. I love Arizona because the weather. Like when it's not summer, it's absolutely beautiful every day. When it's not summertime, summer is like 4 months out of the year. It's absolutely demonic. Where I don't even want to be here. This warehouse is going to be. I'm gonna have to crank up the AC in here because I don't want to be here in the summer. I literally want to move away. But in the winter, you're talking beautiful weather. You open up the doors, the air comes through. It's cool in the morning. You can go hiking, you can go running, you can go jogging, you can ride with the top down. You could just live your best life in Arizona. The taxes are good. It's conservative. It's a open carry state. We call it constitutional carry state. Arizona is where it's at, in my opinion. That's why I love it here. I've been here since I was 18, and I grew up in Texas, and I won't move back. Let's see, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for writing a comment. Elizabeth been a member with the Taylor Squad for a year now. What's up, Elizabeth? Thank you so much for the support. Y'all have no idea how much I appreciate you. Okay, I'm trying to skip all the way to the bottom because there's thousands of comments. And I want you guys to understand, that's your best area of Arizona. It depends on what you want. Like, I like Scottsdale, Arizona the best. I just love this whole area. It's clean, it's new, it's nice, it's safe. I like Scottsdale the best. If you don't like the bougie, stuff like that, where everybody riding around in Range Rovers and Rolls Royces and stuff, I think Gilbert is pretty nice. Gilbert, Goodyear was nice. We lived in Goodyear. Anthem is nice. Anthem is a little further north. It's far away from the airport, but Anthem is nice. So many different places, man. Like Gilbert, Chandler. Then you go down to Goodyear. You can even Tempe is like a college place. There's a lot of places, man. It's so many different places. My favorite is Scottsdale. Since I'm not an expert in economics, will the price drop if the correct person gets back in charge? I hate inflation. 100%. The prices will drop. Inflation will not be what it is if the right person who knows how to manage money gets in the office. These people don't know what they're doing. They get elected. Not elected, but I forget what it's called. My brain is dying right now. They get installed. That's what I would say. They get installed. They don't know what they're doing, man. They're just a shell. I know she is busy, but I think your wife would have a great channel. Yeah, we supposed to do a relationship channel together. I just been so busy, man. I'm busy trying to do this warehouse. Let's see. Thank y'all for the super chats. I appreciate it. So I wouldn't say appointed. Appointed is not the word, because appointed means that it was lawful. These fools, they getting put in there. I got to go grab some more books because we have a couple bad books that I got to send back. 1 second, I'll be right back. I'm finna walk the book. Like you got. I said, nice truck. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's my baby right there. Rolling around the city. Feeling like a good old time. I freaking cut my book trying to open this box. So I got four. I got a lot of boxes to do, y'all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get off here because I gotta get this done. My wife need me to get back home. I love you guys, man. I really appreciate this live stream. I might start doing more live stream stuff from the freaking warehouse because I feel like I get more people on here sitting at the warehouse than I do at my own studio. James Wood, thanks so much for the super chat. Thank y'all for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Isn't Scottsdale Maricopa though? Lots of liberals. Nah, Maricopa is conservative. Don't get me wrong. Maricopa is conservative. Conservative. Scottsdale is conservative. Maricopa County is one of the largest conservative cities. Y'all know this last situation that happened. I don't think that's reasonable. Let's see. Gilbert, Spencer's, Queen Creek, quickly expensive. East Mesa now is expensive. I bought a piece of land for $5,000. What? And sold for $675,000. Oh my God. I need to. What am I thinking? Putin is going after the install owner and funded by Clinton, by the installation owned and funded by Clinton. Biden and the WEF includes their biolab. That's why they're painting him as a bad guy. Yeah, 100%. I'm not shocked at all. Let's see. Trip money to from the old warehouse. Enjoy the new warehouse and thank you for signing books and praying at the end of the show. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pray tonight. Thank you so much. I need it, man. I'm finna go straight from Tennessee here, and then I'm gonna get on the road and drive to the warehouse. Unless y'all buy all that merch up from the warehouse. If you buy all the merch, then I ain't got to go down there. They could just ship it. But as it stands, it's too much to ship, and it'll take too long, and it'll be way too expensive. So I'm going to take 10 hours out of my life, 20 hours of driving out of my life to go down there and get all this stuff. So I appreciate all of you guys. I love you. I'm going to say a prayer. Just so you know, if you're interested in getting anything from the Tatum store, we got flags. We got, not the big one, but we got like Trump flags and stuff. I got them in here. I'm too lazy to get up. We got on the shelves over here, we got white privilege. We got ex-Democrat. We got the human shirts. And we got some police officer stuff. Jesus is Lord. We got a lot of stuff here that we have at the other warehouse as well. But we want to get rid of some of this stuff. So, especially some of the stuff that's here, that's at the other warehouse. We want to get rid of it. We just want to have it all here so that we can start afresh, get brand new merch. I already got 5 or 6 brand new merch ideas ready to go. We got to get rid of this stuff so we can get our new stuff in stock here. But for those of you who support me, those of you who like the merch, because we try to make the best quality stuff possible, 35% off the entire store through the weekend. After Sunday, it's going to stop because then I'm going down there to get all the stuff. So 35% off the entire weekend. When Sunday hit, I'm not just bluffing. The sale is going to have to stop because they are going to box up all of my merch. And so there's going to be no merch available for sale on the store. And I'm going to have to go down there and get it. We got to set it up, put the inventory here, and then they'll be available again. So, and then once we do that, we're not going to do the sale. So 35% off the entire store. That is a steal. Get it while it's hot if you're interested. If you're not interested, don't worry about it. Just forget I said it. But if you like to buy stuff from the Officer Tatum store, we got a lot. Just peruse the whole store. Go and look in the thing, peruse it. We got wine, whiskey glasses. We got stickers, mugs. I don't think it's a code. We just have it set. If you put anything in the cart, you get the discount. No code. It's just set. Store wide. Whatever you put in the cart, it's 35% off. Bottom line. You ain't got to remember no codes. You ain't got to remember nothing. You put it in the cart, it's gone. Sunday it ends. I come back. They gotta start boxing it up on Sunday. Prepared for me to go and get it. It's a 10-hour drive. I'm going to enjoy every minute of it in Big Red because Jesus has been good to me and you guys have supported me. And I cannot wait to where we are manufacturing and doing everything in-house in this warehouse. I cannot wait. We've already offered so many jobs here in Arizona. We got a warehouse manager. I'm doing the final round of interviews. We just tentatively hired 3 people to work here in the warehouse. We're trying to hire other people for the other side. Like, we're going to give opportunities. We're going to do challenges. We're going to be involved in the community. We're going to support our police. It's going to be a blessing. And I think God did all this for a reason. And so, and our company next door, they're cool. I'm not going to give them a shout out unless they pay me. So, but they're cool next door to us. They're pretty cool. So we'll have it all. Will you sign my book? Yes. And just know once we get the warehouse up and running, which will be in a couple weeks, we'll put I'll have signed books ready to go. They're on the shelf. They're signed. They'll be ready to go if you're interested in getting books. If you missed out on getting the signed books a long time ago, I'll have them there for you. But I love you guys. Thank you for the support. I'm going to pray at the end of this. Thank you all for the support. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for buying the merch and all the other endeavors that we've done. Supporting the police officers, Sergeant Mattingly, all these other officers. I mean, you guys have been, Sakaria Turner. I mean, with the help of you guys, we have been able to donate when 2020, we donated $500,000 to officers, people who have been killed in the community. I mean, you guys and I have been able to crowdfund it, and I think we donated probably $500,000 because $300,000 went to Sakaria Turner's family. That was one swap, and then the rest of them were police officers. That's not even including all the people we donate to, the mission that we've done at church, donating money to the mission we have up in Colorado City. I mean, we've done so much on this channel. I mean, I'm just so grateful, and we've done it together. 1.8 million subscribers is not Brandon Tatum. It's all of us. A lot of you guys have shared the videos. A lot of you guys have joined the Tatum Squad. A lot of you guys have done a lot of different stuff that have been helpful, fruitful for us to make a difference in this country. And I love you and I appreciate you for it. But this is the beginning. We're just scratching the surface, ladies and gentlemen. We're scratching the surface. Eventually, this warehouse is going to be way too small for us. We're not going to be able to stay here long. We're gonna hire. I want to have a company big enough we hire 1,000 people. And so all of the people that are getting fired because of vaccines and all this other stuff, I want to just be able to give all these people a job. Let's see. Do a video on your truck, Tatum. I mean, hey, do you guys? I might do a survey. Do you guys want to see me do we got some exclusive content where I'll go to the range and I'm shooting and stuff like that. Like, would you guys be interested in like that different content? We got to try it. I do so much other stuff. Let's see. Somebody said, why are people tripping about his 1.8 million subs? That is weird. But anyway, would you guys like that content? Because I go to the range all the time, and we got recordings. My dude recorded me at the range. We just haven't released none of that footage because, I'm just wondering what you guys even like doing that. Like watching it, or do you like just the regular videos? Me and my son just went out to shoot. He's 11. We went out to shoot in the desert the other day. It was fun. I go shooting all the time, man. When we went to see the truckers in Flagstaff, we vlogged a little bit of that. I'm just wondering, like, I think the vlog is cool. Like, we got to change it up a little bit every now and again. So we may try to do some stuff like that. But I love you guys. I'm gonna say a quick prayer, and then we're gonna get up out of here for the night. All right. So if you with me and you want to pray, you can bow your head with me, and we'll say a quick prayer. All right. All right. Lord, thank you for blessing us. Thank you for waking us up for a new day, a new opportunity. God, you've done so much for your people. And at a time where things seem to be uncertain, we lean on you. We trust in you to give us guidance, to give us direction, to elevate leaders who believe in your mission and your word and will promote your kingdom. God, we pray for everybody that's watching right now. We pray that you give them peace, give them hope, and bless them financially, bless them spiritually, bless them in their marriage, bless them in their relationships. There are people out here that need a job. God, I pray that you give them the job that they desire, a job that will help them provide for their family with benefits, with a peaceful environment, a place where they can feel like they're at home, like they're having a good time, like they're a part of a movement of something special. And those who are entrepreneurial that want to go out and start their own business, God, I pray that in the midst of all this that's going on, that you help them build and flourish in the business that's giving you the glory. And I pray for everybody on this live stream. There's many people with different ailments, people with different needs and wants and desires. And God, I know that you see all of them, and you can see our hearts and see things that I can't see. And so I pray that you grant them the things that are in their hearts. And if it's not for your will, help them to develop that desire into being effective towards your will. God, thank you for this channel. Thank you for blessing us to reach 1.8 million subscribers. We pray that this channel gets to 10 million so we can reach as many people as you would have me to reach. And I'll make this declaration before the people that are watching this, thousands of people that are watching this. And my promise to you, God, and I know this is second by a lot of people watching, is that God, bless me as long as I'm supporting you and I'm elevating you and I'm glorifying your name. And I give you permission, Lord, that if I'm not glorifying your name and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, promoting your kingdom, saying things that you would want me to say, doing things with integrity, God, I pray that you not let me keep this platform. But if I'm honoring you, God, I pray that you bless it immensely. And I know that everybody watching this want to make the same declaration. Some people may not be as bold, but the same declaration of saying, God, bless me as long as I'm blessing you. You know, if I turn my back on you, God, I'm okay with the consequences. But most of us watching this, the ones who are Christian, we ain't never going to turn our back on you, God. We know that you've done all these things for us, and that you send your son to die on the cross for our soul, and that is the ultimate sacrifice that was made, and we appreciate you forever for that. And we pray that everybody on here, you know, can connect with you in a better way, including myself, and find peace and joy in your kingdom. God, thank you for the many blessings you blessed us with. Bless those who are less fortunate. We do it all in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, thank you guys. Woo! Y'all pray for me, man. Pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for my health, man. I've been just real stressed out lately, and so it's kind of been affecting me. So y'all pray for me, man. I just pray for me. That's all I say. If you love me, pray for me. And again, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you. I got to knock these books out. I'm exhausted. I've been working since this morning. I'm gonna knock these books out. Love you guys. Again, if you want to do the store, 35% off. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.